That famous anti-Semitic stereotype cartoon. Like, you know, that one.
I can see it.
Rubbing his hands.
I can see it.
It looks like a lot like that.
Yeah.
It looks like
he looks a bit ropey, alright, doesn't he? He's got the physical features of a classic stereotype.
So at one point...
This whole album's only $2.99 as well, by the way.
At one point, Ali rescues a group of children from buying ice cream. Because imagine how popular he was.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't need the ice cream. Fuck you, Mohammed. I'll box the head out of you.
From a shopkeeper who was played by Frank Sinatra.
Really? You fucking had to bring the white man into it to be the baddie.
Well, no. Dr. Tooth Decay was what would look like a Jewish guy, apparently, but it looks like covered up.
Yeah, it's fucking horrific. He's also hoarding goods under his arm. Wow. That I can see. He's a big bunch of shit under his arm.
Someone did that with a stereotype in mind, to be honest with you. So he takes the children on an organic farm trip where they learn the importance of drinking milk and eating fruit and vegetables.
We can see that this whole thing is designed to sell Muhammad Ali toothbrushes.
Yeah, well, there's loads of that, yeah, and it did. It was approved by the
Dentist Association. Because I can see the little kind of Jewish tooth decay guy. He says, "I'm going to get out of here."
Never said Jewish book one. Yeah.
you said Jewish a second ago. I'm going to get out of here. Ali toothbrushes fill me with fear. Shit, hell.
Can you jump ahead to 8:55?
8 minutes 55. Yeah. That's 17 minutes long.
Well, it's because it's a record. They didn't break it up properly.
Okay, what's say 8 what?
8:55 or 8:55 or so. 9, whatever.
Okay,
we'll get a little bit.
You want a bit more?
Yeah.
I'm very eager for this. Here we go.
Bring on Tooth Decay. Then there's Willard Willie Black. He works with a chain, latching on to your teeth and causing you pain.
The fuck?
Now, I'm gonna tell you how you can all get into the fighting.
It's like Delta Blues.
It is.
Because what we gonna do to Tooth
There's lots of weird synths on this as well.
Really exciting.
And terrible samples.
We've got the stuff to run him away from here.
He sounds fucked. He sounds like Muhammad Ali about 10 years ago.
Sounds like a day before he died.
Get your dental
That's called the future sample.
Floss ready. Your brushes loaded and ready for action. The news is out and this is the latest. They won't have a chance because we are the greatest.
Holy fucking hell.
So, that is
Muhammad Ali and his gang.
And the adventures of Ali and his gang versus Mr. Tooth Decay.
There's an awful lot of writing on that cover. When you look at the playlist, there's a lot of it's like a nighttime book to read.
They're selling it too hard. So, just before you go into... No, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So, by the end of the album, he wins the fight against Mr. Tooth Decay by a TKO in the 4th round.
I hope so.
And Ali actually has to be dragged off him several times.
Oh, like he tears into him.
Tooth Decay suffered swelling and subsequent bleeding of the brain that left him confined to a specially made tooth wheelchair for the rest of his life before dying penniless from a stroke in 1983. I made that last bit up, I'm not going to lie to you.
It suits.
But I will say that always interested me when I knew about this, Muhammad.
Fucking hell, man. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Is a novelty record.
That's
from start to finish.
Yeah. A full record worth of it.
That's the second. Apparently there's bits on it that are just psychedelic weird. Makes no sense.
That's some producer just had
but there was
the raw files and had the best crack.
That sound like something from like Skinny Puppy, you know. Like mad weird, horrible sounds going on that represent Mr.
It was only $2.99 for the whole fucking album as well. It's value.
Actually, might have a look for that on Discogs now.
Yeah, I think I might as well.
Is that it?
That's it.
Did we wrap it up?
That is a wrap. That is a wrap for the novelty songs.
That was our novelty songs. Yeah. There's a lot of info in there for you, isn't it?
I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I nearly made you die at the start of it.
Oh, fucking hell, man. That bleeding Knight Rider. Jesus Christ almighty.
Should we play it? No,
it's going to take me ages to line it up. No, take me fucking ages to line it up. I can't do that again to myself. It's too late. It's too late. It is too late. It's the middle of the night. Yeah, that's us. We'll be back again next week. If you like us, you can do us a favour. And you can go to patreon.com/Lost Art Podcast.
I also think this is a good one to share for friends who are not particularly into podcasts, this is a novelty song. Look, we're talking about Dustin, The Simpsons, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Give us an L share.
Yeah, tell your mates, this is not a serious muso-y
Don't
bullshit.
spoil the KLF bit, though.
Fucking prick. I won't. Do you know what? Right? I tell you a
thought
story.
everybody knew that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that until 5 minutes before we started recording this.
Bullshit.
I'm not even messing. It's written in pencil.
I knew that when I was a kid. That was KLF.
I didn't know that. All I knew about the KLF is that they burned a lot of money on a Scottish island. Yeah, that's all I knew.
A million pounds.
£1 million, yeah.
That's £1 million.
I'd love £1 million. What would you do with £1 million?
I would try and stop the corona. That would fucking wouldn't get far away from it.
Full hole.
I'd just build a fort around people I liked. I wouldn't even say loved. And we would buy loads of spaghetti hoops and cans, which don't perish for another few years, and I reckon we'd survive it then.
Just fucking that, like Madeira cake, that gluten-free fucking toast.
With £1 million, I could probably say to people like Duran Duran, come on over and play for us every
play
night.
a little song.
Yeah, and we'll shield you from the coronavirus.
Suck a dick as well, I'd say. Duran.
Suck your dick, wouldn't
it? Yeah. Well, that was the story, wasn't it? We talked about that before.
We did talk about that. They got bored of girls and decided that.
They rode so many women. They just said fuck it, like lads. Like.
Personally, I can't imagine what that's like, and to then go on to dicks, but whatever.
I'm dizzy. Yeah, patreon.com/Lost Hour Podcast. If you don't want to spend $5 a month, which is fucking way less than €5 a month, you can just tell your mates, share it out, review us. It's very important also that if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, that you review us and rate us. Give us a few stars.
We're doing well. Going cap in hand to you fuckers, to be honest with you. I really am. A little share. Some of these are so good every time. Not even once, every time.
Yeah, and also, what hurts about it...
Jesus, click like. Jesus Christ, just click like.
What hurts is that it looks like the same, 10 people are the only people who listen to this podcast.
Legends, by the way.
When we see the statistics, and there's fucking thousands, in some cases, tens of thousands of people listening to this podcast. Now, I'm sure it's the end of the podcast. You heard us say patreon.com. You fucking turned it off. But, let's be honest, lads. We're fucking here doing this for free. It's the middle of the night. Do us a fucking favour. If you're not going to give us $5 a month, that's fine. You don't have to do that. That'd be great, but you don't have to.
Yeah, share.
Just share it. Rate, review, share it. Do us a fucking flavour.
Some of the stuff that you share on your Facebook timeline, lads, is horrifically...
Call an ambulam. Tell us fucking what you want. Some sort of fucking interaction.
We're getting a bit angry now.
Yeah. Listen, we broke our fucking 1,000 likes on Facebook, which is really hard to do in this day and age. Because you have to fucking fight and claw for them. I remember when Facebook first, when they first launched, within 5 years, you could start a group that was fucking, I don't know, wallpaper enthusiasts, and you'd have 40,000 fucking likes in 6 weeks.
Not just that, with your fan base, let's say those 1,000 people, when you posted, you'd reach 900 of them.
They'd see it.
And the only other ones that wouldn't see it were people who just weren't on Facebook that day. Now, Facebook give you less than 5% of your audience.
Yeah, there's essentially a hack we can do with Facebook, that the more of you guys that get involved with the Facebook page,
they think it's,
let's get behind it. And Facebook themselves have their algorithms push us that tiny little bit more.
That's the real reason we're asking you, to break that lock. Anyway, look, we also do appreciate you listening and stuff like that.
But, and we're, as always, we've loads of fucking shit in the works. It's just a matter of getting enough money and enough time together to actually get it going. We have loads of savage.
I think we'll be starting
video here
next month.
I think so. Yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. That's less than an hour and a half. That's pretty good. With our new delicious sounding rig. I'm actually kind of after getting used to listening to talking to us in the headphones now.
That does sound silky,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've done a new thing with the mixer earlier. I'll tell you about it later.
Go on.
But anyway, we'll talk to you again next week. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.